testing, testing. Might help if I'm not muted. Welcome to Dragon Age Inquisition. We'll get this going once I am fully sound tested. And I know everything's running good. Testing. Still waiting on these tests to actually be valid in the thing that is happening. Maybe just a moment longer. Sorry. Check, check, check. Game is too loud. Wait. Jesus Christ, cat. I wonder if the game's too loud or if I'm just not loud enough. I don't know if that's gonna help. How about now? Testing, testing, testing. Oops. No cats. Let's see what it's like once we actually get into the game. We're just gonna load up, we're not gonna actually do anything. We will do that. We will see how it is once we get into the game. Because there's not a lot of music once we get into the game. So, it's 90% just dialogue. So we're gonna do some running and some jumping.
You get a title, I get the boot. I see how it is. I mean, thanks for my life. Pleased to serve.
You're salty.
Inquisitor.
You're welcome. Everything still sound good? Alrighty. Well, then we will officially get this stream rolling. So into the actual gameplay we go. So first things first, checking to see if I had any missions that are done. Varric also wants me to go to the Deep Roads to deal with that for his personal quest. So we're gonna go see if any of my advisors have any quests to turn in from the time that I was gone. Alrighty. Relay. Here we was in Ferelden. Yep. Save you. Press what I. Is abysmal, and the entire code breaking department wants to ritually set it on fire. The message is double encrypted. The message in the mistakes is in the merchant's guild cipher. We have not yet broken the guild's code. Okay. And celebrate the dragon slaying. Our able-bodied workmen have mounted the head in a conspicuous location. It's rather vulgar for my taste, but the nobles find it endlessly entertaining. Superb amulet of willpower. Okay. So, I have to go do this, which I totally forgot about actually doing.
Inquisitor.
Which is not going to be a thing done in this, I want to do.
At your service.
Send out Josephine. And then we can deploy Reese and Evangeline.
All right.
Okay. So, so we only need 9 more power to go and do, Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, or Halam Shiral, whichever you want to call it by. So, we only need 9 more power, so I probably am going to go do, well, shit for, Varric. I've been wanting to do, Cullen's Quest, and I still have time to do Cullen's Quest. Looks like it's quite a bit. So, pretty sure, yeah. Again, the hinterlands. Enter Valimar. Okay, so if I go here, we should have a good to, I'm gonna bring Varric along. Oh, hold on. Yes, I have to stop by, the blacksmith.
Inquisitor.
Haha, I've got to upgrade Bianca. Because right now, Bianca freaking sucks. I almost Totally forgot about
Inquisitor.
that. Not gonna lie. I don't know if I actually got anything that's actually gonna help his damage.
Where's my hammer? Not that one. Or that.
That sucks, Harriet. What? Oh. I was like, what? What do you mean? Okay. Okay, I did. Ooh. Ooh. So we're gonna go this one. Just because it'll extremely help his damage output, and that's kind of what I need for it now. Cool. Now we go out to the hinterlands. Now that Varric can actually do damage and not get totally screwed over by the rest of our... So, Varric, Cassandra, Solas. Redcliffe! I'm like 9 Redcliffe, and I should go back there at some point in time, but it can wait. And hello for those just joining. Welcome to the Inquisition. Screen. Hey.
Nothing to report.
Oh god, since I leveled up Varric. Oh. He only has just the one. I can get started on his stuff though. So. I should have leveled up Cassandra just recently though. Could have sworn I had. If I'm right, I think I know where the entrance to Valam. I think it's way over here on the other side of that waterfall.
Kill that warrior!
Because everybody else do all the work. Thanks, Sandra. Rock. There's something over here. Joined by this blood lotus. And then there's something over here. Here. It's either loot or blood lotus. It's blood lotus. Roots. So, I think it's right there. I do believe this is the path that leads up to the entrance to Valamar. And of course there are enemies. Trying to play Dragon Age.
Mercenaries?
Looks like Carta. Lyrium smuggling would be profitable around here.
Yes. I believe that are what Blood Lotus is used for. Fees. And it's one Blood Lotus for every one to say. Nug! Oh, little friend. That poor little nug. Alrighty. The best and the worst thing about this quest is Bianca. Because she's kind of a bitch. My voice keeps cutting out. Internet connection.
Finally.
Or at least it's
I started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse. I wouldn't be surprised if most of their miners die just digging it up.
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of deep roads entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the deep roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
We'd better get to work.
Sounds good to me.
So, the best and worst thing about this is Bianca Davry. Because she's kind of a bitch, but the way
Must
she
be
moves
an old
is absolutely
dwarven outpost.
hilarious.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, sadly, there's nothing to really do about the in and out. I'm streaming at a rate which should be okay, but sometimes it just... wait, isn't it? Oh, where did you come from? Inception. Okay. No, it's not this quest. The places we had to go to get an Easter egg, but it isn't here actually. It's that's Trespasser. Different Deep Roads quests. Okay, it is wanting me to freaking... How deep does this go? Right here. Why have I never... Oh, Jesus, don't... Wait, did I seriously just come all the way down here? Oh my god, I just came all the way down here for 46 freaking gold. That sounds like something I would totally do too. Let me make sure that I'm not but I'm not seeing it. Jeez. I mean, I just wish it was something. I just wish it was something more than 46 gold. I mean, gold is great, fantastic, yeah, and I'm happy. But Darken might be opened by some kind of mechanism. I wonder if that's where we'll come out of later. Okay. Besides that, there are people who want to kill us up here. Hello. Prepare to die. Thank you, Solus. Sadly, sarcasm just doesn't translate as well over comments and messages as well as it does in person. I'm not upset or anything, I'm just saying. Sadly, it doesn't do that. We need a special font for sarcasm. Yeah, I thought this was a quest where you could get the Nug King, but it's a trespasser. So, I got a little ahead of myself. I was in the wrong place in the deep roads. We should be secured up from outsiders. We're concerned about attracting darkspawn. Don't have the manpower to push them further in. Keep from the upper levels and barricade the bridge. What I want to do is where's Kassan? There you are. Oh! I don't know. Yeah, you're right. That is an officer. That's what I'm thinking of as trespasser. I'm not on top of my game today, apparently. I'm entirely in the wrong space. You are absolutely correct. Yeah, descent. Wow. It has apparently been quite a day. I've played two. The Night King. Because I do it every single time.
So this is what you do
Played
now?
all of the DLC.
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
Can't blame you. Same. Alright. What is this? Remains close to us. Interested in changing that. Should be here tomorrow, 1 hour past noon. Not generally. Nothing good generally happens in caves. I mean, they usually lead to some kind of impending doom. Merciless. Now Brenner caught him trying to steal some of the product, just a little bit, just to keep. He says, "Nug shit." Okay. Is that like the dwarf version of bullshit? Trying to make a little extra on the side, thinking I wouldn't notice. I will not be undermined. Your cousin said we should trust Brenner. You handle it. If I'm not happy, I won't be. I'm if this shit too, that could go for a high price, especially if they have no idea what the hell it does. Trick zone.
Darkspawn. These won't be the last.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads, But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads?
We're in for it.
Goodbye! There we go. Get everybody at once.
Sod. I've had enough Inquisition meddling.
Okay. You were find buyers easily and ideas. All across like here we're made. Talon Hat is where the is that right? Is that where the Ferelden skull? They get a different one. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The Talon Hat is where the Ferelden circle meets. Why the hell? I wonder if that's what you need. You just need one more, apparently. Oh. Okay. I thought I was gonna need that to open the other door down below. Oh, trying to replace the gear. Gear. So that's what that is. Is there anything over here? No, of course not. Okay. Maybe there's something serious. Where the hell did you even come from? Oh, it's serious. You dropped anything I need? Some medium adventure armor. Okay.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the red lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your asses, of course.
Kick your ass. She makes it sound like it's like the only logical thing to do. Hold up, was there anything else in this? Direction? Although I guess I can always come back here, but I may as well just explore this entire area while I'm here. Okay. That leads to where I'm gonna have to go. So, let's go back to that vault. Because that vault is entirely optional. Oh my goodness. The vat room. Okay, so that one won't turn anymore, so I must have to turn this one now. So I wonder if this is gonna
Some people make their living from valuables they find in the deep roads.
So say my mouse is there.
Make it take you!
There we go. There's someone over there. I don't know why everybody has their weapons out. Like there was Bianca Arms 3. Dwarven banner. So this door only has one gear. How much do you want to bet that this is that door? No. This is in fact a completely different... Nope, no it's not. No it's not. This is that door. I found it. Haha. Yes. I've never actually found that door, let alone opened it. So, I'm impressed with myself. I don't usually do the whole hunting for secrets things. So, that was pretty interesting though. Alright. I have to go back down those stairs and figure out where it is that I actually need to go from here. Okay, so it wants me to go that way. So instead... Yeah, see, it wants me like down there. And this literally doesn't go anywhere except to down here. Alright.
How is what's-his-name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
The Darkspawn are coming up through here.
We must seal it off.
Let's hope that holds the Darkspawn back.
So, well, still we've got something you have to do with the Darkspawn entrances, essentially. I think if I'm right, this is yeah. Okay. I've already been in that whole area, so I already know. Okay. So
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave.
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
Admit it, you've been waiting to do that since we arrived.
Of course I was.
of course.
After you.
What else was I supposed to be doing? So, enemies can enter my static cage. But if they wish to leave it, they end up at least getting... At least.
You know, this is
If
almost
not
fun.
worse.
Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartram's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
I like Merrick. He's so funny. Okay. You would think that Warden would have, like... be, like, super duper affected by the red lyrium, but I guess they don't have, like, anything keeping it from really affecting them, like...
How long are you gonna be in Orlais, do you think?
As long as this weird shit is going on, at least. Maybe longer. Why?
You'll have to stop by before Bogdan gets back. You should see my new workshop.
I'll see what I can do. You know your family will kill me if I stop by, right?
They're not gonna kill you.
You always say that, and they always send assassins.
else are we being able? We only need 4 more power. In order to be able to do Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. We'll have to see how, oh shit.
There you are. They won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
You want to say something, Varric?
Andraste's ass, Bianca. You're the leak?
When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to help your brother, don't you? I just wanted to figure it out.
Did you figure it out?
Actually, yes. I found out that red lyrium... It has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The 2 deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research. So I gave him a key.
Larius? He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
That name means something to you, Varric?
He was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. And he definitely wasn't a mage before.
Nope, Larius was definitely a warrior.
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the red lyrium. I had to help make this right.
Before this, but...
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Mafarath's balls, she couldn't. I told her exactly how bad this shit was. I told her to keep away from it.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Oh, for pity's sake, would you two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
And we were getting along so well before. Alright. So... I am... Oh shit. I have to, like, physically leave Valimar. I thought I could freaking teleport out here. World map, go home. But... Okay, why can I not walk around a set of freaking boxes? His hand is still... It was his hand, now it's a piece of wood. Maybe it was always a piece of wood and I'm just crazy. But that's the quicker way. What did I miss over here? Hold up. A bucket. I missed a bucket. Oh, 152 gold. Hey. That's enough to party. now we just have to go talk to Varric. Once the hinterlands actually load up. I don't think this is going to give us enough power. There's 4 more power that we need to go do, well, I'm sure I'll... Yeah, 4 more power to do Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. So, not to mention I'm like 90% sure that that's like a level 15 quest. Wah, 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 wah. Gonna go chit-chat Varric up. Alrighty, Varric.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is, I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
So, I do try and do, Halomstral. Oh, wow, we only need 1 more power? Well, shit! Oh, hey, color.
Inquisitor.
I can also check the, required level to do, Halomstral.
At your order. A pleasure.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Because once we do Halomstral, we should start getting everybody's personal quests. Alrighty. We are honored to serve the Inquisition, and we will leave straight away. I pray that you defeat Corypheus, whatever he is, soon. It is terrifying to see demons pour into the world, endangering innocent people, and as a medium, I have studied spirits at length. I know many of these poor creatures meant no harm to this world, and were drawn into it against their will, corrupted through no fault of their own, into something dangerous. I once called such a creature my friend. I lost the rebellion, and never had the chance to offer forgiveness for the mistakes he made, or help him find his way back safely to the fate. For the sake of both this world and that of the spirits, I wish you success. Both Evangeline and I will fight tirelessly on your behalf. Yours, Reese. There is a note below, presumably added by Cole. He remembers. I'm gonna go talk to Cole now.
With rifts contained in the area,
Get something to
we
say
can send in smaller
about
groups to offer relief.
the
I agree.
quest with Evangeline.
Are you well?
A headache,
Reese there.
nothing more.
Oh, 12 to 15. Okay. The amulet quest, for Cole. So I'm gonna go talk to him, see if he has anything to say about Reese and Evangeline doing what they're doing. Cole approves. I'm gonna see if he actually has any comments, though. I think I've talked to Iron because we killed the dragon.
Inquisitor.
Damn. So, what? Oh, I thought this guy was sitting in front of the door and the tavern was like closed or something. And I'm like, no.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
I mean, I could get in from.
You heard what they did out there with Adam.
I did? I don't see why it concerns you.
We still got one of them here.
Cole, do you have anything to say about?
Ships launch on changing winds. Dizzy sometimes, like the top of the stairs, but sometimes like dancing.
Okay, he has no comments.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Perfect. Meriden. Okay.
Inquisitor, come, have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
I'm a little elf, and this is fucking Ferrari shit.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said, you shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right?
I mean, no, but okay. Time to put some chest on my chest.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Gunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Have another drink.
Screw it. May as well ruin my body. And put some chest on my chest while I'm at it.
Nice. To dragons!
Kind of makes me feel a little better that he, like, coughs it up too. To bad drinks.
To whatever this is and the hangover it's going to give me tomorrow.
Anan.
Anan. My Inquisitor's like, I've got no idea what the hell you just said, but yes. Alrighty. The Wren. So we finished up Varric's personal quest. And we have 29 power out of the 30 that we need to do Halam Shural. I don't think anybody else is ready to give me their personal quests. And I think Josephine still has just a bit of time left before she's gonna have that amulet for Cole. Ha ha ha. I wanna know how much time though. Plus I need to send Cullen out on another quest. About 5 minutes. Okay. My town of Valgamord has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beasts have come from, but I beg the Inquisition for assistance. My own humble forces have already been dispatched to help in our word of the Grey Warden redemption has already spread far. Please, if you can spare them, Valgamord lives or dies by your word. There are gonna be a few of these quests. If you do these just right, you can still have like a bunch of Grey Wardens left when you're done with this series of quests. So, just one moment. So, ooh, sirens. Oh, not really gonna come out.
All right.
So, there we go. We'll have to do the Red Jenny attend a party next. So we're really close to being able to do Halam Shural, but there's still a few minutes before Cole's quest becomes available. So I'm gonna wait around Skyhold until Josephine is done. Liliana will not be available for the rest of the day. Or for quite a while at least. She's on a 16-hour mission to contact the Hierophant. What is through this door? Does this lead to that? Okay, it does, to the balcony that leads to Vivian's area.
Of course. Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Yeah, see, now I can't speak to her. I am going to go see if,
Inquisitor.
Cullen will speak to me now. That's what I should do. 'Cause I'm not sure if Cullen needs time, like, just...
Was there something you needed?
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Leliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers handled themselves well during the siege on Adamant. They reacted quickly to changes on the battlefield. More importantly, they relied on each other. Trust in your fellow soldiers is not something that can betray.
I should let you get back to work.
Yes?
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
What would you like to know?
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon
So
and
we're gonna talk
combat
to Cullen
training.
until Josephine's
Even without
done.
their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
There we go.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Yes. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But after the next major soul of... Okay, I totally thought those two were dancing there for a moment. After the next major Soul of Ellen plot point, I'm gonna see if I can run to Cullen and try and get with him. Little kitty. Little kitty. Hello, little kitty. Anything you want to say? No? You just want them loves?
I should inspect the condition of the trebuchets. They must be calibrated to reach the proper range.
Again? How many times will you be doing that?
Okay. So...
Let us begin.
Alright, so that should distract everybody for quite a while. Now I have to go and talk to Cole. Unless it's gonna go to a cutscene. No. I didn't think so. So I have to go talk to Cole.
Would that I could.
Of course.
He looks like he could slit a throat and not think twice.
You are that good a judge of character? That familiar with
Oh, let's go.
I'm just saying, great.
The left hand remembers a knife slipped to her in the darkness and wonders why the flower blooms.
I found the amulet that Solus told us about. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, but not here. I like it here. We need someplace that can go away if it becomes sharp. What do I do with it?
You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I? It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
We know it's not just going to work, right? It never just works.
Have faith, Inquisitor.
I will have faith when this actually works.
Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work.
Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not being a demon?
Solus, is it possible that the amulet doesn't work on Cole because he's too human?
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances, he remains a spirit.
Yes, a spirit who is strangely like a person.
I don't matter. Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
It appears we have something to find. I told you it never just works.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me? All of you?
Sure. All right, I get it. You like spirits. But he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
Okay.
All I care about is making certain that the Venatori can't bind Cole.
Fair enough. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
You don't think?
However we deal with the problem, our next step is to track down whatever is interfering with the enchantment.
Solus is so angry about this. Like, just because Cole might not be fully spirit. It's like, maybe Varric's wrong and Varric's not wrong. But neither is Solus. Neither of them are necessarily wrong. Neither of them are necessarily right. I'm pretty sure that's how it's working here. I'm hoping that this quest actually gives me a power, so that after this I can go and I can do Alam Shiral. Ooh. This doesn't work, then we're going to go do a
Yeah, this should get me through the month. Give me a moment. Greetings. Can I help you?
You. killed me.
What? I don't even know you.
You forgot. You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark.
The spire?
Cole, stop.
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me. He killed me. That's why it doesn't work. He killed me, and I have to kill him back.
Before anyone gets killed, I need to know what's going on.
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body.
A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank. A captured apostate. They threw him into the dungeon in the spire at Val Royo. They forgot about him. He starved to death. I came through to help. And I couldn't. So I became him. Cole.
If Cole was an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to. I need to.
Volume so that I can hear it. I gotta make it better. I am going to allow Merrick to help him.
Cole will never grow into a real person until he comes to terms with what happened.
Leave it to me.
Really,
All right,
fully
kid.
trust
You want revenge?
Varric.
Come with me.
What I'm a little afraid of is I've done so many things recently that have gotten disapproval from Solas that he'll be like, what the fuck, bitch?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry isn't going to help him now, is it, kid?
No.
Then pull the trigger and put him down like a mad dog. Do it.
No!
How you doing, kid? Feel any better?
No.
You can't make it all just go away. I learned that the hard way.
Forget.
No. He needs to remember. You too. We're done here.
That is such an emotional part because it just gives a whole new kind of definition to who and what Cole is and why he is how he is. Although I still don't understand his existence, maybe
For all we
big
know, the amulet will now never function. Cole remains vulnerable to binding.
No, he isn't. The amulet didn't work because he's too human, right? Maybe now the kid's also too human for that binding magic to work on him.
I hope you're right.
he is.
It still hurts. When do I stop hurting?
Being with your friends can make you feel better.
Come on, kid. Let's go for a walk. It'll clear your head.
The left hand misses a friend with 2 different names. She's hurting, sad, alone, but everyone can see me now. They remember. How do I put honey in Leliana's wine without her noticing?
I can help with that.
That's
It is
such a
good that he's
sweet
not
thing.
entirely changed, however human he becomes.
So I'm gonna talk to. Am I missing something? Hold on, I'm gonna go up the stairs real quick and jump back down into his office because either I'm missing something or Solus is gone. What the fuck?
We don't have the strength of treaties to judge a true Grey Warden.
Here.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Have
You're
you?
just in time. We almost had to start without you.
We couldn't have that, could we?
Even though my Inquisitor has no idea what he's talking about.
I found her, Ruffles. Deal her in.
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do.
Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home.
Sounds good. I'm in. Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
You are bluffing.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
So, there's a picture somewhere on the internet, joking that recruit was in fact Alistair.
I've got one for you. The clan decided to camp near this ruined fortress, right on the edge of the Tirashan, dark as the bottom of a well. The keeper swore up and down it was safe, but some of the hunters started hearing noise. They ran out of there, fast as you think, bare asses shining in the moonlight the whole way back to their village.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done. You ought to tell stories more often.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again.
Tell it
And
again.
the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I've figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Colin's like, I'm on
Don't
to you.
say a
Nope.
word, dwarf.
Just be like, you sure about this, Cullen?
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do. It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
It's like old. You weren't supposed to know it comes off.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
You're mistaking me for me. How much did you have to drink?
It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Yes. Okay.
Who's
Well,
that?
will talk to us now.
Did I win?
Absolutely not, Sarah. Absolutely not. Okay. Let's see if Solus will talk to me. Or if he's still avoiding me by not being in his place.
My heart.
Oh. Okay.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I totally expected him to be like, bitch. Done. And then I was like, okay, I've been fucking with her anyways. I'm back. And then just like immediately go get with Cullen. Okay. So, first off, Cullen finished up. Grey Wardens fought bravely, and with great skill, the town of Valgamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took few casualties. They await further commands. Okay. One moment. Okay, so the best one to send on this mission is Liliana. Available for now, so I'm gonna wait. Red Jenny attend to party. This guy's a special prick. Swats his people around, thinks his sovereigns paid for it. Embarrass him at his own party, and you please a dozen people. People with keys and little else.
Inquisitor.
So that's what we're gonna do with that. So 32 power. We'll be gaining power at this event because there are quite a few opportunities. You have. So, an hour and a half in, we're gonna go do Wicked Eyes and
We have to
Wicked
reach
Hearts.
the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Alrighty, away we go. We've got all our information. I am not bringing Sarah. Her introduction to the Winter Palace is hilarious. But I absolutely refuse to bring her. So I'm going to bring Solus, Cassandra, and Cole. Cole does not have an introduction.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart, my lady. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, Maker forbid!
This is Caspard's idea of a joke.
Yeah. And I'm getting even lower approval.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Mika, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
So technically the best classes to come here with. Although I don't know how interesting these classes are to some people, along with these races. Human...
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No.
Human warrior and a human rogue. You get the least amount of disapproval.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
So... I really do love Halam Shiral. It is gorgeous. To be honest.
Foreigners.
Interesting.
Where? Interesting from where? Interesting from here.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
we are at 35 out of 100. So the first time you do this, there is achievement you can receive. There it is. Okay. Hold on. I should probably make sure there's nothing else up here.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
And that was it. I have to be careful with how I move around. If I jump around to various places too much, I will...
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
About which doors you open. With the Hala statues. There are only so many doors. Or there are only so many statues. And once you use the statues, they're gone, essentially. So, you have to be careful which doors you enter. Okay. But I do believe that was everything, so we are now going to enter...
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Firdiaman.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Particularly Cole, assuming you can get him to pay attention.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
This is going to go better than you would think. Assuming that I do this right, and I do what I want. Okay. So...
Can Gaspar take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the Council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
Cullen.
We need to have this jacket let out a little. It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
Formal armor?
I wish there was more news coming from the Grand Cathedral.
Good news is
I heard
becoming
Celine was having the entire
commodity.
wing redecorated. But the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace with a war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, that's useful.
I sworn there was a...
How long can Orzammar hold out with trade disrupted?
Not long. The last dispatch said it arrived at the time of one of two choices.
Gaspar never...
Boring.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's obviously just a vestibule.
I'd call it more of an antechamber.
What is Gaspar up to? It wouldn't surprise me if it was an inquisitor here. I can hardly believe Gaspar and Celine are in the same room.
Waste of time.
If nothing else, the Inquisition backing Gaspar would make Celine nervous. You know how pious she is.
Why are there so many elves here?
Waste of time.
Okay. If it doesn't work this time, we're going to start the ball, and then
I
we'll go
heard
from
the
there.
Grand Duke invited the Inquisition here.
Waste of time.
Okay. So we're gonna go start the ball.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen.
And if we walk slowly enough, we'll be able to
Vanquisher of
hear.
the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground, champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the divine. the Lady Inquisitor's elven serving man, Solus, Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, Commander of the Forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall.
So if you don't
Lady
know,
Liliana,
Honleith,
Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Flight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Haram Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
a word when you have a moment. Sister Liliana, Nightingale.
Are they in good health? Do they want for anything? Perfectly happy in the
this is
studio.
like my favorite. I love
Mother
Yvette.
is the same as always.
But I am going to go talk
She's after you to do more work.
to
always take her side.
I don't take her
Liliana,
side.
who is on the other side.
You might attend to more of the estate.
Can you believe the Inquisition feel its strength?
Oh no,
I have hoped
Liliana
to
is
tour the royal wing gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire.
the vestibule.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okay, so we're gonna try this eavesdropping spot again. See if I can maybe get something out of it this time.
Well, that's useful.
Oh, thank you. Deliver scandalous secrets to Liliana. I have every intent to do so. was like, this one, Liliana and Josie.
Laurent was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in a war with Feral Den.
You must dance with me,
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds, and those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Indeed it is.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
I believe it is 2 power.
Be on your guard.
Per secret given to Liliana. Yep.
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
I can't ask him to dance.
Get
so I
these
can't
pastries
say
out
I
to the
blame
The Duchess
him.
has asked for too many.
I am kind of supposed to be with Solus. So there's that. I could have sworn that there was maybe it was going up this. It was going up and down one side of the stairs. Nope. Nothing. Oh no. Okay.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette. Leave us.
Hello.
I do adore the heady blend of power, intrigue, danger, and sex that permeates these events.
Do you have any interest in dancing?
A great deal. Although dancing with an elven apostate would win you few favors with the court. Perhaps once our business here is done.
Have you encountered any trouble with the nobles?
The Orlesians do not quite know what to make of me. I have kept to myself, for fear of giving them some purchase to cling to. The food and drink are excellent, however, and the servants have been happy to refill my glass.
You seem more comfortable with a Grand Orlesian ball than I'd have expected.
I have seen countless such displays in my journeys in the Fade. The powerful have always been the same. Only the costumes change.
Have you seen anything useful?
No, sadly. I do not have the look of one of the elven servants, or I might well be invisible. I wonder how masked men live their lives without ever seeing that servants have an entire society of their own. If you want to find something useful, I would pay attention to what the servants do.
I'll be back.
And well.
Interesting. Boring.
There is a guy wandering around this area, I do believe.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Herald.
Interesting. Good to know.
Boom. New secret. Ah.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal and terrible and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Another time, my lord.
Ooh. Okay, so it wasn't that guy. Ooh. I believe the Caprice coins are... Ah, there he is. You.
Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servant's wing if you value your neck. Not one elf's gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché roaming about?
Well, well. What's this?
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you. I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated. That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Alrighty. And Meredith has a... Empress of Fire is a beautiful, beautiful song. Okay, so these guys. Hold on.
What were they?
Empress of Fire, Marina the Lion.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
Doesn't say. I believe you can guess.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Okay. Now that I've listened in on their conversation, I can also go like this.
This is a private conversation.
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
There we go. If you bring Dorian, I do believe he's out in this area. Dorian is really funny if you bring him along, too. So I believe that gives us a whole whopping amount of 3 power.
Nephew. Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
So I know it wants us to go up that... up there, but... I want to explore the area around the garden.
Gaspard will ruin us
for
all.
Just a moment. Oh, see, this is why.
Just gossip.
Be right back.
Good to know.
Alrighty, and we're back. Sorry about that. Was doing some things, including grabbing a drink. Requires more Hala statues. Oh. Yeah, I haven't really gathered any more since that first one outside the palace. Alrighty, so hold on. Wait, por favor.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
He should have considered that before threatening.
Just gossip.
There's also, little will talk to me. But you can talk to this lady.
Inquisitor Lavellan, is there something I can do for you? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh yes, this is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Waste of time.
Goddamn.
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
Maker, if I have to clean up another puddle...
No. Or,
Waste of time.
you know,
Gaspar is wasting his time.
there.
Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
He should have considered that
Maker,
before threatening
that
to
white
burn
thing
them
is
all in
never
their
running
homes.
Waste of time.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché roaming about?
We need more servers in the ballroom. Where is everybody?
Come on.
Just gossip.
Our contact with the Dalish barely made it out in time.
Did he say what they were after?
Something about a well. He was almost in.
Leave us.
Waste of time.
Okay, I'm gonna go try some of these secrets to Liliana and see if how much more power I got. Secrets.
Lord Severin Ducey.
My third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia. I swore off marriage forever.
Caroline of Monsimar.
Did you just...
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
This is good work.
Okay. Yeah. Should be able to speak to the Dowager now.
Maximilian swept me off my feet. It was such a scandal. A fourth marriage to a man almost half my age. You are an interesting one. A Dalish in the Winter Palace. More genteel than the Grand Duke. That's put this lot in their place, hasn't it?
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
Alrighty. So I think to talk to her and get her to give you the option to ask her to dance, I think all you have to do is get your court approval above 50%. So we are now over 70. Oh, the door. Okay.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so delightful.
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
Nobody should.
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement.
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes, yes.
Okay.
Not another book of poetry.
Josephine, I will...
servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Make that save so that if I screw up royally, I can come back to a time when I have 73 approval. So we have Briala, Celine, and Gaspard. The three main people here.
What is Lady
I have an idea, Josephine. You should invite all the family to Skyhold for this summer. Josephine, oh Josephine, is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Sure.
Of course, every word, especially the parts where everyone was nude.
I knew it.
I love Yvette.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's beards.
Yvette gets all the fun. Josie gets all the...
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of them. The dancing is so dull, your worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Cafe Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna leave some conversation for a bit later.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Indeed, another time, my lady.
Lady Nightingale.
I like Yvette. She is hilarious. So... So I'm trying to gain as much power as I can before I go up the side of the wall, Commons Garden.
Good to know.
There we go. Because I want to, because each minute that you're gone, one power disappears. So... Although you can gain quite a few power if, when you get the chance, if you arrive fashionably late. Liliana, that's where I was going.
Gali.
My dear Maximilian.
Already talked to the Dowager.
Chevalier is to hunt down the bear that
So many
killed
crimes
him.
of fashion.
I feel ya, girl.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Okay.
They'll never live this down.
So I only have a third of the secrets. But I have 75 court approval. So I think I should be pretty safe to go up. And this is going to be locked for a while, yeah.
does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Oh.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valroyaux.
I only had just 2 coins.
Anyone have a report on the casualties?
But still, now even if I'm gone for an hour, I'll still have a bit of power left. I don't think I will be gone for an hour. Yes, that's basically just telling me that while I'm gone. Oh my gosh, why do I not have enough halas? It's just showing me that. So. Okay. That's another scandalous secret. I'm gonna save 2 Hala statues, because that's what I've got. I'm gonna save 2 Hala statues is enough to open store. So I believe this is dirt on Gaspard. Okay. Etienne 1. Reveal. Reval. Etienne 2. Judicial. Judicial 2. Florian. So if I'm right, I do believe. Hold on. If I'm right, I do believe it's Etienne 1. Light reviles. Etienne 2. And I do believe it's Judicial. Judicial 2. And Florian.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
So I'm not in a super duper hurry to return to the ballroom.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all.
Who
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations tonight?
His Majesty, King Harram.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Already. Oh no, oh no. Can't get stuck there. There we go.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Okay.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
All right.
Revered Mother Lucille of the Chantry of
You are acquainted with my darling Hervé, weren't you? I still cannot believe he was allergic to
Mistress
bees.
Ink.
We should never have put him
So
back
many
in
crimes of
Brooklyn.
fashion.
They are
I
such
found this
trouble.
out. I'm not sure of its value.
We can use this.
All right. Yeah, so these...
Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
I told my seventh husband, Renard, never drink aqueous juice on an empty stomach.
Ah, there's the Dowager. Don't make eye contact. She wouldn't want to speak with a nobody like you anyway, cow.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game
Inquisitor?
the talks are going well. Duke Gaspard has made a fortunate alliance.
Don't you worry. I wonder if the Lady Inquisitor agrees.
Lady.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala. She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard and forged documents to both sides.
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality? She's better at the game than we thought.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress,
Like the diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, the Underfells. And she throws the best parties.
I mean, if she could get me one of your dresses, I'd probably be sold. Because, to be honest, it's better than what the hell I'm wearing.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a legend among chevaliers.
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a war camp. He's also fiendishly charming. Lady Briala has great intentions to change the lives of the elves for the better. Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes against alienagers.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians. The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
It seems strange to hold peace talks during a ball.
Oh, do your people have no customs surrounding great occasions? How sad.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts, while joyous occasions are given time for reflection and contemplation. We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude of us to forget. Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady Couteau?
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
I'd like to know more about Empress Celine.
Her Majesty has held the throne since she was just 16 years old.
She is respected and beloved, not just in Orlais, but across Cidas. She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care. Enjoy the masquerade.
I find no reason to tell these ladies literally everything. They have nothing to do with the information. I mean, I guess in all technicality, they could pass it along to Celine.
Did you see Gaspard dance?
But they don't. So there's
Doesn't look like negotiations.
no point in giving them the information.
Who was that Inquisition
So I'll just keep it to myself for
officer
now
over
on.
there? You'll never get to talk to him. of the Maker that Gaspard take the throne, Celine should abdicate.
Alright, so due to having to make dinner, I'm going to cut the stream here, probably pick it up a little later, and finish up Halam Shiral, Wicked Eyes, and Wicked Hearts. So, we will continue this later. See y'all later.